Hello, Jose. I hope I pronounced that right. Could you please give an introduction about yourself?
So, my name is Jose, as you said right now, and I'm located in Switzerland. I originally started my journey, I think, 2 years ago when I was in the middle of my apprenticeship in computer science. And then at the start, I didn't expect it to get this kind of flow and that I was able to work with so many people.
Mhm.
I create videos for events or also portraits for clients and also do social media management. And originally I started with the idea for in the direction of videos because I created videos since I was young, and then I thought why not try it to do a bit more professionally, and so I came to this journey. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, so why did you have video editing experience when you were younger? Was it gaming related, or what kind of videos were you editing?
Mm, I think the original idea started because I saw all this the earlier YouTube ages. I saw all these YouTubers doing gaming stuff, gaming videos, and I thought, why not try it myself? So I'm not sure. I think my first videos were about experiments, like creating electric stuff, and I still filmed it with an old iPad for my father and edited everything in iMovie. And if I remember those ages, I think it's still funny what I did there. And then I stopped it. I don't know why. I somehow lost the interest in it. And 3 years later, my father bought me my first drone. So I was pretty excited to fly it. And from there on, I started creating like travel videos from the times that I traveled with my family. And since then, it has been steadily a bit creating, and then I stop. And 2 years ago, I started doing it a bit more seriously.
Okay, so why uh, why did you go into computer science instead of pursuing what you were doing with the video editing? Just because it's better money, or were you more interested in computer science?
Hmm. Mm, I think I was always like a person who liked to do DIY stuff, tinkle with, create things from with my hands, and programming and doing websites and everything like that was always a bit of kind of part of in my younger ages. And I looked into what in my region was. I looked into in my region what were the places where I could do apprenticeship, and I knew it would be something in the technological niche. So I decided at first I wanted to do a job. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a bit a mix of computer, um, creating stuff with hands and everything like that. But it wasn't available here in the region, and I didn't really want to go outside of this region to do the apprenticeship. So I settled with computer science.
Okay, got it. And what actually led to you joining the real world? How did you find out about it, and at what point did you actually decide to join?
So I found out about it from all the Andrew Tate social media there. He with his speeches and everything like that. But at the start, I thought it's again one of these um, important people who speak a lot and this and that. And I didn't think a lot about it. Then a year went by, and I've got a friend of mine who's, let's say, richer, and he's also doing his own stuff. And at the start, he was speaking to me how this everything works and everything like that. And I didn't think a lot about it, but uh, 2 or 3 years ago, I started to look it in myself a bit to see there's something into it. It can't be just a coincidence. And we had a discussion 2 years ago with him. And then I thought, why not? Let's just look into it, into the real world, what exactly this is. And I was pleasantly surprised that there's some kind of value into it. Not
Mhm.
really big, but um, I thought there some things make real sense.
Mhm. And which campuses did you initially get into? Was it straight away into social media and client acquisition, or were you in others?
Mm, I looked into every campus that there was, and I thought cryptocurrencies and trading, that's not really something for myself. Then I saw the freelancing campus at the start. The name it was the name at the start, and I thought I like to create videos. It's a bit of freelancing, so why not try it? Then I got into the freelancing campus, and there was also the what's the name called again? Is it the AI campus? No, there's another campus where they focus on
Content
video
creation?
creation. Yeah, right, the content creation campus. I joined that too, but at the start I was a bit 50-50 on each one and didn't really know if I should do this one or that or the social media manage sorry, the
Yep.
social media acquisition campus. And then I decided, I have a lot of knowledge with video creation and everything like that. So I think right now I just really need to know how to sell it right. So I decided to stick with the social media acquisition campus, and it's there where I am right now.
Yep. Okay, so how did you actually go about landing clients for what you do?
Mm, I started with a client here in the region where I just asked if I could do a video for them. It was at the early ages where I still did it with my phone. And if I look back, I think there's a lot to improve. I asked them if I could do a video of a plate of the restaurant, and they said, "Okay, all right, let's try it." So I created it and then sent it to them, but at the end, it didn't turn out a lot because from what I've heard, there were some miscommunication with the management in the team, and then at the end, it didn't turn out anything. But then I saw someone was organizing a ski event here in the region. So I thought, why not ask them if I can record the whole event and create a recap video for them? It was like 1 week before the event, so I didn't think they're gonna say yes or that. But at the end, surprisingly, they accepted it, and I went there and recorded it for them. They were happy about the results, and from that day on, I had a break somehow. I don't know what happened there, but I had a stop. I didn't take this release that seriously, and I think it was in October. I had my second client, and then it started to get a bit more and more.
Okay, so how many clients have you worked with so far?
Good question. I think I'm about 10 clients, 12 clients. I don't, there isn't much in count in different clients. I try to work with one and um, keep it in a good relationship so that we can work more times in the future. It is what happened until now. I've got three fixed clients who, in the past 1.5 years, I've worked with and had a lot of jobs with them. And until now, I've heard almost all positive things from what I've heard working with them. So I think it's going pretty well.
Yeah, very decent. A lot of people dream of even just getting their first client. So you're at a
Mhm.
very good stage now. What has that resulted in total income then from those clients?
Up until now, I think we're about at 25K plus or minus, and there's still a lot of room to go up.
Exactly. And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 20. I just turned 20 yesterday.
So yeah, very solid. 20, made 25K so far online,
Mhm.
computer,
Yeah.
while also doing your computer science apprenticeship, because that's something you're doing on the
Mhm.
side. You're juggling both, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, I the thing that I like right now is really time to create more and get more clients. So yeah.
Yeah. And why did you choose apprenticeship over university, or were you just calling it apprenticeship?
Uh, I wasn't really the type to go to school. I really didn't like to learn for tests and look to get the best grade and everything like my friends do. I I am lucky because in school I don't really need to write everything down and then learn for 2 hours and then go to the test and be worried that I won't get a good grade. I'm really lucky to have the ability to just be in the lesson and hear what the teacher says and remember most of the things. But lately it has been really hard in the apprenticeship school because let's say it's the teacher just talks and talks and talks and we don't really do much more.
Okay. So if business continues scaling, do you plan on continuing computer science? Or is it something you'd consider fully switching over? Or can it not really scale that much to completely take over everything?
The plan right now is until end of year. I'm finishing my apprenticeship this July. So my goal until July is to get enough income so that it would scale about to the average income in the whole area so that I can live off of it, which on how it is going right now, it's pretty possible. And after that, I'm planning to do the business 100%. And if there is something that doesn't work out, I'll still have the plan B of the apprenticeship and computer science that I've learned to do like a bit of work there, a part time job until then. But how it is going, I'm confident I don't need to do that.
So yeah, very solid. Is there any more to add there for future plans? Maybe not business related, personal, anything.
I think one goal of mine is to be able to travel like 4 days a month, maybe at the end of the month to just go somewhere here in Europe to still work there, but not be every time in the same place. Because at my optimal goal would be to travel whenever I want and have the location freedom. But right now, the problem is that I am working with a lot of local clients, so it's a bit hard for me to be like away from 1 month.
Okay, understood. What do parents think about everything you're doing?
um, so at the start, they were pretty much supportive, or they are pretty much supportive the whole time. They are, of course, worried that I'm not going like the normal path. You finish the apprenticeship or university, then you go look for a stable job and you go there and stay there. and everything like that. They are also worried that I don't go out with friends a lot, don't go to parties, and the usual stuff that my generation does. And yeah, but I think that's normal. I'm happy to have them. They are still supportive, and right now I think they're starting to worry a bit less and be accepted a bit more. But I think I have a wonderful parents. Yes.
Yep. But yeah, not doing what the normal kids do. But it's because you're growing a business and you're looking long term. So yeah,
Yeah.
you'll enjoy yourself in a few years once everything's built up and
Mhm.
you're doing very well financially. All right. So how different is your average day now compared to before you joined the real world? What has changed?
I remember the old days where I would come back from school and join Discord with the friends and start gaming the rest of the day. So there were sometimes I think 8 hour session where I still remember it was fun. It's a nice memory, but right now I realized it's nice to relax sometimes then play with friends for like 2 hours, but it doesn't really get yourself forward and doesn't improve your reality. So sometimes I think it was this weekend I played GTA 5 with a friend and he was also talking, yeah, I just finished this mission and um, got this much amount of money, and a thought came to my mind, why not try it in the real world and work on something like a mission to um, improve something. And yeah, I think the real world really taught me it's nice to have distractions, but the real world is also more interesting and more fun.
Yeah, well said. Is there anything to add there as well for maybe what kind of an impact Tate has had on you, whether it's on your mindset or basically any other aspect of life?
Mm, I hear that all these controversies that he was a trafficker, a bad person, everything like that. He- I don't like to just uh, how do you say it? I don't like to just get the impression of a person from the other people that they what they tell you. I Most of the times I say yeah, that's right, yeah. I kind of try to agree with the person who's saying that, but I just make like a mental note. That's what the image of other people who think of it, but I always try to make an image for myself and think of the things that they say to not to make myself my own thoughts, not to think of what other people say.
Okay.
I think it's what most of the peoples right now lack. They just hear something and they think, yeah, that's true, that's my vision, and they don't try to look it out of the box.
And in your case, with thinking like that, um, have you been listening to any kind of take content either now or in the past? And if so, what kind of an impact has it had on mindset? Or have you not listened much?
I'm not really for example, the emergency meetings. Until now, I tuned in maybe to two.
Okay.
So I find them, it's more like an entertainment videos. He does talk a lot of things. He does say things that really make an impact. Most of the things that I watch from him are on Instagram, those motivational edits. Sometimes it helps when I'm lazing around, but he did have a bit of impact, but I think right now it's most Professor Dylan, who's making the biggest impact since I'm in the client acquisition campus.
Okay, so let's go into that a bit more. So you have a bit closer access, I imagine, to Dylan because of the wins you've had. You've unlocked the higher level chats, and yeah, you have access to some information that other people don't. So, is there anything to say there about how the closer access to Dylan has benefited you, or the chats that you've unlocked?
Mm, I would say a lot of things you have access also as a lower student. There are a lot of courses to help you start your journey. I would say there at the start you don't really need a lot of Dylan impact. Maybe the calls that he does give you some energy. That's, I think, one thing that's true. Also, the daily lessons really help with getting you started. But right now, with the higher access, um, it helps me give me a more clear vision of what I should do. And sometimes when I'm lost, it helps. But I always try not to ask directly when I have a question. I think, yeah, this is right now a big problem. I don't try to go right after Dylan and ask him and be like, yeah, this question is now really important. I want to try to solve it by myself first and then ask if I don't see really a solution or I'm right now lost and it has been a bit of time since then. It's true, this is a bit of a slower approach. I could get results a bit faster, but sometimes I think I also need to learn it myself.
Got it. Okay, so I think I'm happy to wrap up with a final question then. So, because of
All right.
the impact that the real world has had on you and the benefits you've seen from it, what advice do you have to people who are unsure about joining because they think they might get scammed for $50?
I would say if they really that scared that they will be scammed and this and that, I I would recommend them to join and to try it. Really try it, not just stay there and listen to through one course and just go through it like a series on Netflix. That isn't really you don't get that much value just going through it and then being there. Yeah, right now, what should I do? You should really um, fix yourself to do the actions that Dylan tells you and also think something for yourself, not just go blind to it. And if you're really still that skeptical, there's not much more to do. I like to say it, I'm a person who likes to help a lot of people, but when I see that they don't really want the help or they're always like in the, I would say, negative mood or saying, yeah, but this is wrong and I don't have time for this, I just say, all right, I don't really try much more. I think it's more like a wasted energy.
No. Okay. Cool. So, for people who want to find out more about you or contact you, where can they do so?
I'm on Instagram. I have an Instagram page, YouTube, and everything like that. I think the handle is official.jstudios. Let me look up for
I
it.
can add it to description of video. So anyone who's interested, just check description.
Um, it's I right now I concentrate more on doing video, videography, content, how to create videos and everything like that, and also some behind the scenes on how I work with clients. Right now, I am still a bit struggling with the right content because I there's still something missing, like a part passion I saw in the last few months. But will try to create more content about filmmaking. Let's
Got it.
put it in so small words as possible.
Cool. So as I said, that will be the link will be in the description of the video. So anyone
Mhm.
is interested, check description. Yeah, Jose, thank you for coming on and sharing your story. Made 25K online at the age of 20, and yeah, mindset improved, learned improved your skills. So even if there's some kind of, I don't know, bad state in the economy, I think you'll still have the skills necessary to get you through that. Whereas other people might be getting laid off, you'll actually still have a job. So many benefits to what you're doing.
Mhm.
And I'm sure you can scale further as well. Probably once you finish your computer science apprenticeship, that will free up some time and then allow you to basically go exponential. And yeah, to quit my rambling now, been great speaking to you, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you as well for the opportunity, and have you also a great day.